Welcome in, everybody. This is for the stadium players. Today, I wanted to go over some underrated perks that I think some people might not be utilizing. First on the list, running shoes. Running shoes at the start of the round and when you respawn while not in overtime, you gain 30% move speed for 10 seconds. This is extremely good, especially with slow characters. Sigma, Junkrat, I'm trying to think of other people. Maybe Ash. People who have a hard time getting position early. Extremely strong. And I'll actually use this as long as I can fit it. I'll use this all the way up until round 6 or 7. Another really good one is Reflex Coating. This is also in survival. When affected by stun, sleep, hinder, or anti-heal, gains 75 overhealth for 3 seconds. That is a lot of different things. That is Doom Punch, for example. That is Reinhardt shatter. That is grab. That is javelin. That is Cassidy nade. There's so many things that do that. Trap. So many things that stun or hinder, and it gives you 75 overhealth. Now, it's not as strong later in the game, but 75 overhealth in the beginning of the game is quite a bit. Very good. Reflex Coating. Another early game juicer, Frenzy Amplifier. When we get eliminations, we grant 10% attack speed and 15% move speed. Now think about it like this. I see a lot of people start their games with this. Maybe swap this out for attack speed, a little bit of armor, and a little bit of this, right? This is only 5%. I'm gonna get picks, especially if I'm playing good. This gives me 15% move speed, which is insane alone, and 10% attack speed. I would much rather pick something like this, start with running shoes, and roll. Ironclad Exhaust Ports. Ridiculous name, but every time I use an ability or gadget, I gain 25 overhealth. This one's extremely good on Tracer. I'll show you why. Every time I blink on Tracer, I gain 25 overhealth. That's all the time. So good. So good. Depending on the character. D.Va would be a character that might be useful on anytime you're going to be spamming an ability. So good. And it gives you a little cooldown reduction too. Next on the list, ability power. Mark of the Kitsune. When you use an ability or gadget, your next instance of weapon damage or healing does 25 bonus damage or healing. I do not see many people running this. And if you're running an ability power, let's say I'm running missiles on D.Va. I'm doing some missiles, whatever. And I got some ability power. I'm always going to be shooting my gun on D.Va. Always. And so when I use an ability, now it does ability power damage. And that scales. That scales with my ability power. So again, if I'm running missiles, it blows them up. Let's see if we can just proc it one time. That's huge. Every time I use an ability, we're going to do that much damage with our weapon. Scaling with our ability power. Really good. Mark of the Kitsune. One of my favorites right now is Jet Skates. This is a gadget. Gives you 10 weapon power, 10 ability power, 25 health. That's great. But it allows me to jump forward. And this is so strong on characters like Reinhardt or Sigma, or really, I mean, anybody who's going to dive in their face. Junkrat, I could see utility for. But if I'm playing Reinhardt and I have jump skates and I'm doing weapon power, it's so strong. It's so strong. I was sleeping on gadgets when they first came out. Now every game, especially if I'm playing tank, which is what I'm playing these days, I'm running jet skates almost immediately. And that wraps up the video. I'm sure there's a lot more underrated ones. I just wanted to go over some ones that I'm not seeing people use and that I've been utilizing a lot lately. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.